today I'm dressed for you once again. What I want to talk to you about is the relationship between the city of Gainesville and Santa Fe College and the history of that. And I've already done that a bit with UF in here. So this is Gainesville and Santa Fe's Day. And that's a story that starts with the legislature, the state legislature in 1957, looking out over the state of Florida and going, wow, we need some more institutions of higher education. And the result of that was the creation of what was called the junior college system. In the next 10 years, the state of Florida produced 16 of what were called junior colleges, and Santa Fe was one of them. And the idea was that there should be a junior college within commuting distance of every resident of the state of Florida. And ultimately, there were 28 of them created, but Santa Fe was among the first 16. And Santa Fe, there were 4, by the way, that dated to the 1930s. This was not without precedent in the state of Florida. Santa Fe itself was created in 1965. And from 1965, and the dates are important, think about the overall things that are going on in the country in these years. Santa Fe was chartered in 1965. And from 1965 to 1972, it was Gainesville's community college. It started out essentially in the community college system when it was founded. The ethic was local control. And Santa Fe was controlled by the Alachua County School Board and the city of Gainesville. Its first home was what had been Buchholz High School, which is now the Meridian Complex down on 13th Street. And then its second home was at the Thomas Center. So for the first 8 years of Santa Fe's existence, it was inside the city of Gainesville. An important step in this story is that in 1967, the state passed a law that said the community colleges, notice I shifted there, would be governed by local boards of trustees. And that remains the way the community college system is governed today. And in 1969, they dropped that word junior, and all of the colleges pretty much became community colleges. By that time, Santa Fe was really Gainesville's community college. The city had been part of the original collaboration about where Santa Fe would be. And because it was inside the city, it very quickly formed an alliance, especially with the Gainesville arts community. And in 1969, Santa Fe started the Spring Arts Festival in collaboration with the city of Gainesville, and thus it remained until this year when it was moved back to the Santa Fe campus. There were other kinds of collaborations that were very important even after Santa Fe moved to the Northwest campus in 1972. And one of the pieces of the story I have no time for here that you might want to look into is the role that Santa Fe played in the creation of the Phillips Center which is a part of the story that nobody ever pays much attention to. The story of how it went from Santa Fe to UF is worth looking into. By the late 70s, Santa Fe had begun to develop a reputation of being the best liberal arts two-year gen ed school in the entire state. And that was when Santa Fe went from serving Bradford and Alachua County to abruptly being a place for people to transfer to UF. When I first came to Santa Fe, one of the most illustrious faculty members said to me, you know, Santa Fe was started as an alternative to UF, not a feeder school to UF. And if you look at the story of Santa Fe as an educational institution, that's a really important part of it in one sentence there. But Santa Fe grew, and even though it had moved to Northwest, the commitment to Gainesville remained, and in 1990, again with a lot of help from the City Commission and from the County School Board, the Blount Center was opened downtown. And you all drive by every day, so you know what has gone on there. I think of that as a sign of Santa Fe's continuous commitment to collaboration with the city, especially that the economic development programs are down there. But an important change took place. In 2008, Santa Fe started offering BA degrees, and that on the face of it is a wonderful thing for a variety of reasons, but what it opened the door to is what I think of as the first really big state preemption in this area, which is that Santa Fe went from Santa Fe Community College to Santa Fe College, a state institution. And since 2008, within the college itself, there's been a struggle between people who still think of it as a community college and Gainesville's college, and the state, which now sees it as the state's college and the state's institution. Nevertheless, Santa Fe remains Gainesville's college. Collaboration still goes on. I read the article about the police department. Thank you for helping with training at the Kirkpatrick Center. And I think I hardly ever address you guys this way. One of your jobs is to make sure that Santa Fe remains Gainesville's community college for the foreseeable future and keeps that collaboration alive.